Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Two alleged Portmore gangsters charged. Two alleged gangsters implicated in various crimes, including murder in Portmore, have been charged by the St. Catherine South Police. Philip Scott has been charged with murder and being a part of a criminal organization, knowingly conspired with a criminal organization, and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. The second man, Tyrese Taylor, is charged with murder, possession of prohibited weapon, unlawful of ammunition, and being part of a criminal organization. Acting head of the Police Division Superintendent Hopton Nicholson confirmed the charges. He said that Scott and Taylor, who are from Portmore, were among 6 who turned themselves in when the police announced their names. Nicholson said 3 men remain in custody to be interviewed, while a 7th man is still being sought. The men were named among a group of 7 on August 6 as persons of interest in the upsurge in criminal activities in the area. Nicholson said the interest of the police is to stop criminal leaders within Watson Grove, Gregory Park, and surrounding communities in Portmore. Cabby shot dead, several homes firebombed in Gregory Park. A taxi operator is dead and dozens of people are homeless following a gun and arson attack in Gregory Park, St. Catherine on Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Ranil Horton, otherwise called Rum Punch, of a Walker's Avenue address in the community. Report is that about 3:50 a.m., Horton and a friend were sitting in a car on Walker's Avenue when shots rang out. They ran in a bid to escape, during which Horton sustained gunshot wounds to his upper body and right arm and collapsed. Shortly after, a group of men armed with rifles and handguns then made their way to where the 5 victims were asleep. They reportedly threw gas oil on the houses, then set them ablaze and opened gunfire, which awoke the occupants of the housing. While the occupants were escaping from the burning building, the gunmen opened fire at them, and they had to retreat inside the burning house, resulting in a complainant sustaining burns all over her body. The shooters then escaped in the area on foot. The police were summoned and both victims were taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where Horton was pronounced dead on arrival, while the woman was admitted in serious condition. The Waterford and Spanish Town Fire Department visited the scene and managed to extinguish the blaze.
We can confirm that sometime after 4 today, there was an incident at an address at Walker's Avenue in Portmore, St. Catherine, where an address which comprises a number of small dwelling houses, approximately 11, built from wooden structure, were destroyed by fire. The information so far that a group of men went there and they firebombed one of the houses, and based on the structure, they're all wooden structure, the other houses were also affected by the fire. A total of 8 of them were totally destroyed in the fire and another 3 partially destroyed. No one was injured in the fire. It was also reported to the investigators that when the men were leaving, at least one of them discharged their weapon, and a taxi man who was in the vicinity, he received injuries. He was taken to hospital where he died. So the investigators are now there trying to ascertain who are the person or persons responsible for this incident. And they have since increased the presence in the area because they are trying to prevent any reoccurrence or continuation of what happened earlier this morning. And they will remain in place until they are satisfied that it is safe enough for them to withdraw the resources.
Labour Ministry warns about farm work scam. The Ministry of Labour says it has become aware of a scam inviting persons to participate in its seasonal agricultural workers program. The ministry advises that it's not recruiting persons for the program at this time. It says a message has been circulating on WhatsApp inviting persons to contact a Mr. Sims for opportunities on the program. However, the ministry is warning the public that there is no Mr. Sims working with the Overseas Employment Program. It urges persons to look out for the unscrupulous persons presenting themselves as employees of the ministry and attempting to fleece unsuspecting persons of their money. Members of the public are advised that there are no costs associated with applying for the former program and that no new recruitment is taking place at this time, the ministry said. It encourages persons who have paid money for a spot on the program to report the matter to the police. Man killed in accident outside Grace Kennedy Distribution Center identified. The Spanish Town Police have identified the victim of Friday's afternoon fatal accident outside the gates of Grace Kennedy Distribution Center in St. Catherine. He is Murray Nathaniel Grant, 45, of Fairview, St. Catherine. The police said about 2:15 p.m., Grant was driving a Honda Fit motorcar along the Saltpan Road when the driver of a trailer lost control of the vehicle. The rig then overturned on the car, crushing the driver inside. Grant was removed from the wreckage after a tractor lifted off the trailer from the car. The truck driver has been warned for prosecution. St. Thomas farmer charged with attempted murder. A 28-year-old farmer from St. Thomas was charged with attempted murder after allegedly stabbing another man during an altercation on August 2nd. He is accused of Arcata address. Reports from the Martin Bay police are that about 7:40 p.m., an altercation developed between both men when a ratchet knife was brought into play. It is alleged that Chowder inflicted several stab wounds on the other man, who was assisted to hospital where he was admitted. Chowder was later arrested and charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. A court date for him is being finalized. Curfew imposed in sections of Gregory Park, St. Catherine. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in a section of Gregory Park community in St. Catherine, the Jamaica Constabulary Force is reporting. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Saturday, August 12, and will end at 6 p.m. on Monday, August 14. The boundaries of the curfew are along Dyke Road, about 1,759 meters from the roundabout to the intersection of Portmore Villa Boulevard, and Dyke Road along the train line from the intersection of Dyke Road to the intersection of the Municipal Boulevard, about 2,080 meters, along Dyke Road, about 695 meters from the intersection of Portmore Villa Boulevard to the train line, and along the Municipal Boulevard, about 1,322 meters from the intersection of the train line to the roundabout. During the hours of the curfew, the JCF is advising that all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises for 48 hours, unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. Road closure notice for Negril Main Road. The National Works Agency NWA is advising that a section of the Negril Main Road in Westmoreland will be temporarily closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, August 13. The roadway, the NWA said, will be closed in the vicinity of Hammond's Bakery between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Community Relations Officer at the National Works Agency Western Region, General Ricketts, explained that the roadway is being used to facilitate repairs to a section of roadway that has been compromised. During the period of closure, motorists traveling from the direction of Savannah Lamar towards Negril Town may turn left at the Ruby's Negril service station, travel along the Red Ground Road, then turn right into the vicinity of Archer Road, turn right onto the Chapel Roadway, and then proceed onto Negril Main Road. Motorists traveling from the direction of Negril Town Center towards Savannah Lamar may use the traveling via the Chapelton and Red Grounds roadways, the NWA said in a statement on Saturday. The NWA is reminding motorists to obey the post-warning signs and the instructions of flag persons. $150 million water project for Riversdale in St. Catherine. Riversdale and surrounding communities in St. Catherine will be getting portable water from a $150 million investment, according to Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Senator Matty Samuda. Making the disclosure following a tour of water systems in the area on August 10, Samuda said Riversdale had suffered disappropriatively, and through good lobbying from the Member of Parliament, Kenisa Morrison, the project will get underway in the next budget cycle. He reported that the water and engineering sources have been identified, and we will be providing portable water regularly, reliably, and in the volume that is needed in that space. Noting that the works will be done in phases, Senator Samuda said in the meantime, preliminary work will be done to prepare the sites, and we will ensure that in the next budget cycle, that project will be one of the capital works of the National Water Commission. Minister Samuda also disclosed that the committee will be one of the targeted areas under the government's program to empower rural communities with 500,000 black tanks as secondary storage method over the next 5 years to significantly improve the water resilience of the communities. Meanwhile, Samuda said severe drought is affecting many of the communities and support will shortly be provided for increased trucking of water. He also urged residents across the island to continue to conserve and use their precious resource as best as possible. For her part, Marcy said that Riversdale community is most deserving of water and I am a happy member of parliament. Close to 20,000 people will be served by this development. I am grateful for this, she stated. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.